Hey, how are you? This is You Are Magical, and I'm going to go way out of my comfort zone tonight and do something that's a little bit scary, okay? I think it's going to turn out awesome though, so hopefully we will all be rewarded by this project and it won't be a complete flop. So pray for me and hang out with me for a little bit while we make something. So this is the palette sign for my shop. And we are going to do something a little bit different tonight. So what I want to do is I would like to do a black and white design on this. Okay, so let's get started. Here's what we're going to do first is, I'm going to just take some tape and I'm going to try and go, hopefully that's center. And straight. Straight is the main concern. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Patty. Hi, Autumn. Welcome. Hey, Shirley. How are you? Hi, Karen. Okay. So, I just want to take this part down because I tore it too close. Now, hopefully I'm not frozen for you guys. So, I do have cutouts for this one, too. And I put a tape line down the center. Now, I'm going to paint this right side first. I'm going to go ahead and paint the right side black. Hi, Deborah. Hey, Kathy. How are you? And I'm going to use my paintbrush from the artist tool set. So I'm just using like home decor chalk paint, nothing fancy, okay? And I'm going to try and do a thin layer, but I want it to be good full coverage black, okay? And of course the nail holes are not very good at getting paint on them, so we'll cover them and go over it again if we have to. But I want it to be full coverage, and I put a tape line down so that I would have a nice straight line. I think it's straight. Hopefully it's straight. If not, you're going to be able to see it, and that's going to be real bad. Hi, Sandra. How are you? If I pull it up and it's not straight, then I'll probably just paint the whole thing black and we'll scratch this whole idea. But we're going to give it a go, okay? Hi, Melissa. How are you? Hi, Mom. What's going on? So, anywho, what is up with you guys? I think today's Wednesday. I have no idea what day it is anymore. I'm like so just like overwhelmed with everything going on. So it looks like we're going to be moving at the beginning of April. And we got a really great buyer. Everything has gone wonderfully so far. So we're supposed to be closing here in like, what is it, Mom? 13 days? Well, 13 days till I'm home or something like that. I don't know. My mom's been keeping account, obviously. So, yay. But that means that I'm going to have some changes going on. So, we haven't bought another house yet, so we are going to get down there and then start shopping because this kind of came out of left field, out of nowhere, and just sort of happened. Hi, Laura. How are you? Thank you, guys. I am so excited, and Chris is excited, too. He got confirmation tonight that he will have a job waiting for him whenever he gets there. So hopefully they'll have him start right away. If not, it'll be like within a week. So that's good. Okay, so now we have our white side and our black side. And I think I'm tempted to I'm not even going to paint this side, I don't think. I think I'm just going to leave it. I was going to paint it white, but I don't think I need to. Okay. 13 days, till my mom gets here to Tennessee to help me move. So, she's coming in, like 3 days before we actually move, so that she can help me just figure out what my life looks like. It's going to be an interesting time, so we are still hiring movers, but we're leaving everything in the house, y'all. Everything, all my furniture, everything pretty much except for our personal items and like little knickknacks and stuff. So that's awesome. I'm so excited about that, getting to buy all new stuff. and not having to move a whole bunch. But we are still getting movers to come because we do still have, y'all, I still have half the garage at least of stuff. And it's probably not that much, okay, but it's still quite a bit. And I don't want to move. I don't want to do it myself. My back is already hurting and I literally have done nothing, okay? So just thinking about it makes my back hurt. Yes, I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited. So thank you very much. And thank you for waiting patiently on the news. I just wanted to make sure that it was like good to go before I said anything, because I am kind of traumatized by the last two buyers that we had, potential buyers. And, you know, it's funny because that's exactly how it happened on my last house too. And so I should have known, you know, not to get too excited. But this one was so much different because my house this time is just, it's not necessarily like it's nicer, but it is a little nicer. It's newer. It needs less maintenance long term. This line is slightly off. So shoot. Yeah, I definitely will miss Tennessee. Sandra, most of all, I will miss you. I will miss some of my other friends that I've made here. I will miss that vendor event, actually, so much. I don't think it's that noticeable. It's slightly off, but it's like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it once we get done. So I'm going to leave it, because I'm just going to screw it up if I try to repaint it, okay? So that's what we have so far. Now, here's my idea, okay? So this transfer is so cool, okay? But I have no idea what to do with it. Not a clue of what to do. But I saw something today that was so neat. So I have the cutouts for it, okay? So they go like this, okay? The word power and magical, okay? And what I want to do is I want to do opposites, okay? So first things first, we're going to begin. I'm going to need to paint those too. So I don't know. I think I need to probably, let me paint them first. I didn't think about that, but I closed my white paint too soon is what happened to me. So what I'm thinking is that I want to, okay, so I'm going to paint half of this black, half of it white, and let me look at this and see what's what, because if not, I'm going to screw it up. Okay, and then everything up to the G black and everything past the I white. Okay, here we go. Now, let's try and not mess this up. Hi, Stephanie, how are you? Welcome. Okay, good, Patty. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's going to be neat. I saw this. I'm totally copying this idea, minus the cutouts from a friend. So, not an original idea, but I loved it, so I don't care, okay? And I'm sure that he would be so happy to know that I copied him, so whatever. Okay, so this one's going to be white. Hey, Alma, how are you? Welcome. And I like using the lid of these. So, let me get a little paint on that lid. There we go. Okay, cool. Then I don't have to try and dip it into the thing. Okay? Now, I'm just using, again, this chalk paint, nothing fancy. And my little makeup sponge, super easy to paint with. And trying to do a thin layer, okay? I'm probably going to layer this twice. And then, probably, I need to check. If you don't mind, Alma, can you send me a message and remind me? Just because, you know, things go into my brain and then they just leave pretty quickly these days. So I don't want to forget. I don't think I'll forget, but I might. So if you don't mind, send me a message, my friend, and I will check for you. And if I do, it's yours. Okay? All right. No. Okay, so I'm going to do easy first because, you know, the difficult part is going to be splitting these neatly and not going over. Kind of scary, actually. Okay, cool. Okay, so now for the black tiger over here. And I don't know if I'm going to have to do 2 layers, but I may. So we'll just see how it goes, okay? And again, I am using my little cardboard method. It works so good with the tape on it. Now this is the tape that I put on here last night, and I'll probably use it another 4 or 5 times before I have to actually switch out this tape. So it's a really nice reuse of cardboard. And I have several different size pieces that I can use for different size cutouts. Like really big ones for stuff with a bunch of pieces, really small ones for stuff with little pieces. Okay, so now I'm going to gently and carefully try to paint these, okay, the words. Now I'm going to just go, I'll probably use a brush for the letters that are actually connected. But right here, and then the W on this one is going to be split. So that's the real scary part. Now, let me I'm just going to use a little brush like this, okay? This is the one that I got from Dollar Tree, okay? It's like an itty bitty one, and I love it. These Dollar Tree brushes, I'm telling you, don't go to sleep on them because they are great. And $1.25, you cannot beat it for like a 2 or 3 pack of brushes. Okay, now we're going to do the whole G. And then the I is going to be white. So, here we go. All right, now, looks great. And then finish off the O, and half of my W is going to be black. Now you can comment the word magic, M-A-G-I-C, to get the supplies for this project, okay? Now I know, so I don't have that like vision for a lot of things, okay? So when I first saw this transfer, I immediately thought of Ivy because she's very eclectic. She's boho. She's got kind of a like hippie type vibe to her. And so this is her style for sure, but I just don't feel like I can pull it off. I don't know how. And so it's difficult for me to imagine a project like this and what I would do with it. Until today, I saw this project and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do that. I can't not do it. I need to do that immediately. And today, whenever I was kind of struggling to think of something, I was like, ooh, that's what I'm going to do because that is the one. And it's so pretty. Plus, I'm going to be home soon, so I can give it to Ivy in person. And I think she'll love it. Plus, I think she's about to get a new place. And by herself, like, on her own. So, like, you know, I just want her to remember how awesome she is. Because our daughters need to know, y'all, how great they are. Because they don't know, okay? The world is constantly telling women how ugly and fat and less than we are. And that's so not true. So, don't forget to tell your daughter how great she is. Even if, you know, things don't always turn out the way that you think they would. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Because they work out usually in the end. So I'm trying real hard to not go over the edge of this letter. All right. So anyway, I try to do as much as I can to encourage her because, you know, being in your 20s is difficult. It's a very strange time, you know. I never would have wanted to go back to like my teen years, but I really wouldn't want to go back to my 20s. Well, I would, okay? I would love to be that skinny. I would love to have my body back. And if I could have the body and know what I know now, I would go back in a heartbeat. Because I would be so much smarter. Now, all that just comes with age, right? So, including the extra weight. If you can still stay the same size as you were in your 20s, lucky you, because I cannot. Yeah, I mailed them literally the moment that I got done with my live. I put them in the mail because I was so excited about them. They will be delivered on Friday, those shirts from my niece and nephew. So I'm so excited. I'll be checking up on that delivery until she gets it out of the box. And as soon as I see that it was delivered, I'll text her or call her and tell her to send the kids out to go check the mail, because I am so excited to hear how they like them. I think they're going to love those shirts. Yeah, I mean, my 20s was fun, stupid, and crazy, though. My God, I did some stupid things. Just ridiculously. Like, wow, how did I make it through that? And, you know, just lucky, I guess, because I made some choices. That's for sure. Oh, let's see if I can unstick myself. Okay, so I'm going to just gently go over the white on this one. I'm not so worried about in between. I might hit it with a paintbrush, but I think it'll be fine once we get it covered up. We're going to do an opposite with paste on these. If I can, hopefully I can pull this off. I don't know. I think I can. And it's pretty segregated, so there's a clear center line on this one. So I think it'll be great. Yeah, the shirts, they're gonna love them. My little niece, y'all, she's so freaking cute. Like, I can't stand it, how adorable she is. And both of them are just obsessed with me. So that's great too, right? So every time that me and Chris come into town, they really don't, I mean, they like run up to him and hug him, but they both fight to sit next to me at dinner. They absolutely fight to get my attention, and it feels so good. Really good. I know that's horrible, but like, I love it because they love me. And my little niece, every time we come to town, she always goes and she'll put on the little shirt that I made her, that bicycle shirt. Every time. And so, like, if she hears that we're on our way over, she runs to her room and puts on that shirt and wears that shirt while we're there. So, it's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh, Laura. I'm so sorry. So, your chalk paste should be okay as long as it's as long as it's sealed up. Hopefully it will be okay. The shelf life on it is about 6 months, but I will tell you that I have several chalk paste jars that I had for well over a year. Almost, like, my second anniversary with chalk is coming up at the beginning of April. And oh, okay. I'm like, what is happening here? Okay, I got very confused for a second. Okay, so this is what this is going to look like. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do the transfer first, okay, because there's lots of parts of this transfer that need to be put down on here. Let me turn this thing on too. So this is the transfer that we're using, okay? It's very, very detailed and intricate. You can comment the word magic. I did wax this entire surface, including the white side, okay? I will wax my cutouts here in just a second. And I'm also going to fuzz really well, okay? So I'm going to make sure that I have lots of fuzz on my... I know, she will be. That's why I have to keep making shirts for her. So that she'll always have one to wear and love. So that's why I like to make my shirts for them. yeah, and this, I think this one was released with the new stuff. Was it in February? I think it was February. At the beginning of February, we had a big release of a bunch of spring stuff, and I believe that this was one of those. Pretty sure. The surface that we're going to use is wood. It's the palette sign from my shop. It's the Chalk Couture palette sign. So let me just show you one more time. So it's this one. Hopefully you recognize it. Okay. All right. So I think I'm fuzzed, hopefully well enough. We're going to find out, because if it pulls up my black paste, I'm going to be in trouble. So now I'm going to lay this down, and I want to make sure that everything is centered over this line. And now I'm seeing how crooked my line is. Or maybe it's, I don't know. But it'll be okay. I think, well, I'm gonna, the words aren't quite perfectly centered, but I can move the cutouts, okay? So that's not that big of a deal. I just want to make sure the rest of it is over the line. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult on this middle part here, because this line like splits the middle of this, and that's kind of scary. But I do have some placement tape. That is really not what I feel is straight. I don't know if this design on here is cockeyed or what, but it feels like it's not. We're gonna go for it, okay? And if it turns out horrible, I won't give it to Ivy, but you know what? She's funny. I've been to a couple of those paint parties, you know, where you go to, like, you drink wine and you paint something on a canvas and it looks horrible, and you take it home and you're still kind of drunk when you get home and you're like, oh my God, I'm an artist. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, wow, I am not an artist, okay? Done a couple of those, and every time I get home with it and I'm like, this is going in the trash. This is ugly. It's horrible. I hate it. Throwing it away. And Ivy will stop me and say, no, you aren't. That's mine now. I want that. And she has kept every, like, painting that I've done like that. So this little girl will love this, I'm sure, even if it's not what I think is perfect, okay? So I'm gonna just use plain bright white paste on this side. We are gonna use shimmer shadow on this side because I can't be helped. And I love shimmer shadow, okay? Now, I am now realizing that I haven't washed any of my squeegees in too long, and that's not good news, but that's okay. Okay, my paste is feeling a little funky, so all right, now I'm going to skip over the word magical, okay, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to do paste and peel method, okay? So I'm going to try and do this in sections where I can pull it up. So I might as well go ahead and do the black side as well. So this is shimmer shadow, and I only have a big squeegee left, so that's fine. Now the words right there, and this part, and I'm not going to do the tiger because I'm going to do it on the cutouts. Okay, so then now that I've done that, I'm going to just peel it up right here just to the part that I've done paste on, and I'm going to just lightly drop it. I'm not going to set it back down. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to do anything like that. And then I'm going to attempt. Y'all, I don't know about this. I'm not confident, but I can see the line. So this is a good thing about these transfers being opaque, is that I can see the line. So that's good. Definitely glad I didn't have any wine with this adventure. My God. Okay. All right, so I'm going to try a little bit of tape here. And I can't find the end of that piece, so I'm going to just try and hurry it up. Oh my goodness. I clicked off the thing. Okay. And I'm going to put this tape down right here against the line. Thank God I can see it. And I'm going to go just like that over that line. And then pull that up. Okay. And then I think I might just try to do the same thing right here with the white real quick. I need to kind of start moving a little bit faster. This paste is going to dry. That is one negative to having these super thin transfers. It's the only negative I can find so far, is that your paste dries faster. So you got to plan your project out. Make sure you know what you're doing. Don't wing it like I'm doing tonight, and kind of figuring it out as you go. I mean, if that's how you roll, then whatever. That's how you roll. But I don't recommend it, okay? Because that's my daily life, and it's not a fun time for me. Okay, so there's that. And then, okay, my paste is like, I don't know what's up with that. It needs to be stirred. Let me see if I can get this mixed up, because it's like funky in the middle, but not in the outsides. Okay. So I just pulled that up and I set it back down so that my paste doesn't dry in my transfer. Okay, yes, they are tigers. They are. Okay, so now, let's see. Now I can come down here and we can do the white. And I just love this. It says, "You are magical, know your power." It's so great, y'all. It would be really cool on a bag. I saw another lady do like a whole set of like some boho art. I'm telling you, it was magnificent art that she did. And I feel like I could never. But other people make things and I'm like, wow, that is incredible. I don't know where you came up with that, but I just love it. So all right. This tape situation seems to be doing me some favors. So I'm going to continue in this way. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up over here because I'm afraid this white is going to dry. I'll just pull it up right to there, and then switch my tape over. See if I can't. All right. Just like that. Get all these little stars and everything over here, y'all. I think this is going to be really cool. Hopefully, it will turn out good. All right, here we go. There we go. I think I'm good here. And I can pull up completely. Okay, so now I have my black on white. Okay, not quite finished yet though, so let me set that over there. And then we can do all of the cutouts. So let's just begin at the beginning. We'll start with the white ones. And make sure my glue gun is on. Actually, you know what? This might help me just to be able to see it a little better. That dark is not my friend. Okay, so, oh, you know what? Should have waxed my stuff first because I completely forgot and I almost just stuck this down. So, just a little bit of wax goes a really long way with these cutouts. Don't go crazy with the wax or else you might not, your transfer might not stick or your paste may not stick, okay? So just make sure that you don't go too buck wild with the wax. Just a little bit should do fine. And if it comes to it, just distress it if it pulls up, okay? All right, so now let's start with the first tiger. This one's going to be with white paste. And just stick it down just like that. Okay. And then grab some white paste and do that. So you can comment the word magic to get the stuff to make this, okay? Just fill out the form, decide what you want, and fill out your information at the bottom and then hit submit and I will send you an invoice. And as soon as I get your paid invoice, I will place your order and start cutting for you. Okay, now I will be cutting orders for a while still, okay, but there will have to be a cutoff. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I need to go look at a calendar to be able to tell exactly what day I'm gonna have to stop cutting because I'm gonna have to pack up my Glowforge. I think I'm gonna mail it to myself down there. Look how amazing that looks. I love it. I think you do too. I hope you do. And then let's get this black one done. I think this one's going to be cool too. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And I do intend on having, so we're renting a house down there until we find another house. So I do intend on having my Glowforge up and running at the rent house. I'm sure my friend who I'm renting from is just gonna be like, what is wrong with you? But I don't care. It'll be fine. She doesn't understand about my business yet, but she's gonna find out. Because every time, so like, people don't get it, right? People come over and they're like, oh, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, I gotta go do my live. I'll be back. And they're like, what do you mean you have to go do your live? What does that mean? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go do my show. I'll be back in a few minutes. And they just are like, I don't understand what you're doing. And then they ask me, well, I don't get it. Do you do this every night? And I'm like, yeah, every night. And they say, well, what about holidays? What about Saturdays? And I'm like, yes, every day, mostly, most days. So, she'll figure it out real quick. Look how cool that looks, y'all. So these would be really neat for so many different, yes. Yeah, I went ahead and shared that we did sell the house and that we do have a move date. We're going to be moving on the 8th of April. And then closing on the 10th. God willing, okay? Let it be the case because I'm about ready now. I'm terrified, actually. I am like very nervous. I don't know why. I'm scared. I have a lot to do between now and 2.5 weeks from now, or not even 2.5 weeks, like 2 business weeks and like 3 days is what I have to get my stuff together. So lots of work to do between now and then. I am going to start packing my craft room, so I won't be doing any inventory sales until we get into the new house, except for I probably will sneak one in there, but it won't be all my inventory that I have because it's going to be in storage. But once we get into the new house, then I will come back and have my regular stuff going on. And I still intend to do my lives while I'm not living here anymore, in between homes, I guess. Homeless, sort of. I won't be entirely homeless. I'll have a house, but it won't be mine. But I will still be doing my lives. I won't have access to my inventory, so I won't be able to do that part of it. But we do have a big launch coming next month, so I do intend on doing that. I also have an event that I'm helping some of my friends do, so we're getting together and going to Idaho to do that. It's going to be really fun. Okay. That is pretty good, I think. Let's see how that looks. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I think I need to fill in the middle of the W with a paintbrush, but I can do that easily. And then we have the word magical. That's the last one. Let's see if we can do this. This one should be a little easier because the letter's not split. Okay, so anyway, you can comment the word magic to get all this, but I will be cutting off orders here in the next, probably, I would say probably around this time next week, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see how that works out, when I need to mail my Glowforge and actually stop doing things. Because we have the movers coming on Wednesday, the 5th, I think, of April. So I still have a full week, at least, a week and a half, before things really start heating up around here and turning into chaos. All right. Ooh, I love Joann's. So, y'all, I cannot wait until I'm close to places that I can go to, like Joann's Fabric. Like, you really take it for granted, okay, my friends? All of you that live in towns that have things to do. All right, there's magical. I think those look pretty great. Now, I do want to, let me see if I can grab myself a little brush. I kind of want, well, maybe this one will work. Let's try it. That's not very little, a little bit of a brush, but okay, that's good. That'll do. Okay, so there's my W. I fixed the little part that it wasn't connected up at the top there. And this transfer is all the way black and white. It's kind of funny. I'm going to spray it with water real quick just so it doesn't dry. It makes it a little easier for me to clean it. But these transfers are a dream come true, you guys, because you can clean them. I hardly ever take my transfers inside anymore to clean them. It's great. Okay, so here I can see that I probably need to dry this side. I don't think, it doesn't look like it's dry, so I just want to be sure. These are so cool though. I'm loving this. Maybe it is dry. It's just very sparkly. Okay, so I need to, oh, well, first of all, they need to be on the correct side, and that might help. Okay, look, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just winging it, like I said, okay? And then I'm going to move that over a little bit so that it matches up. Okay, so this is going to be cool. Really excited about it. All right, so let's get this guy first. And I think just like that is good. And then all right. Here we go. And then I'm just using a little bit on the words, okay? I don't want to go too much where it squeezes out and underneath the letters. All right, here we are. Okay, that turned out pretty neat. Look how cool that looks. What do you think? Pretty neat, right? I hope that you guys love this. You can comment the word magical to get all the stuff to make this. Isn't it great, Patty? Thank you. I think Ivy's going to love this one. So I'll make sure that I sign the back of it and give it to her whenever I get home as my own housewarming project, right? Thank you, guys. I'm glad you like it. Thank you, Melissa. All right, well, I love you all. Take one last look. You can comment the word magical to get all the stuff to make this. And let me know how much you love it. Make sure that you share this with your friends on your craft groups. Let your people know about me. And come hang out. Make sure you're in my VIP group. I love you guys. And don't forget to sign up for notifications. If you haven't already, you can just send me a message that says the word start. And you will be getting notifications, okay? Love you all. Have a great night. See ya.